Is one thing I've been realizing, something I've been saying, and something that I notice nowadays. People do not like to be alone. I like to be alone. I have moments where I don't mind being around people, but I actually kind of like to be alone because it's not until you're alone with yourself that is when self-recognition happens. That's when self-evolvement happens. That's when self-realization basically happens, when you can kind of be in your thoughts, because we like to say, oh, I don't know why I feel like this, and I don't know why this, and I don't know where that. But the truth is, the answer is within yourself. And hey bloomers, it's your girl Azalea from Blooming with Azalea. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a great day and not choosing violence. So as you can see on the title of this video, what we're going to be talking about, plus is finally autumn season, and it's my favorite season of the year. So yay for that. And obviously we're talking about change. So besides self-pollination, I am going through changes. And no, I don't mean puberty, because if it was puberty, I wouldn't mind so much, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the mentality of everything. And you know what they say. They say change is inevitable. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I do get twisted when I say that word. And it's very true. You have a choice to go with change, see what's new out there, and see what other blessings are out there for you. Get out of that comfortable zone, that cozy zone. Or you can resist the change, and in resisting that change, you basically staying in the same old. Keep in mind now, you probably know that you probably need this change, but because you're so comfortable and you don't know what's on the other side, you decide, oh, it's a pretty flower. You decide that you just want to stay in a comfortable zone. It's okay, but I challenge you guys in this fall season to accept the changes that are about to happen. And for me, I had this revelation myself. If you guys knew my previous videos, I've always been talking about how I've been feeling slighted, uncomfortable, a little jaded, and I didn't know why. And it wasn't until my Earth Day and I realized, I was like, I need to sit down and I need to try and understand what's going on with me, myself, and I. And not until I did that, and I was finally alone by myself and with my thoughts, did I realize, all right, this is why I feel this way. And this is something that I always say during the fall season: let go of the dead weight. It's okay for change. It's okay to cut off who you need to cut off. This is a time for choices. Are you going to stay with the old? Are you going to get rid of the old and go with the new? And you know, this is one thing I've been realizing, something I've been saying, and something that I notice nowadays. People do not like to be alone. I like to be alone. I have moments where I don't mind being around people, but I actually kind of like to be alone, because it's not until you're alone with yourself that is when self-recognition happens. That's when self-evolvement happens. That's when self-realization basically happens, when you can kind of be in your thoughts, because we like to say, oh, I don't know why I feel like this, and I don't know why this, and I don't know where that. But the truth is, the answer is within yourself. And when you go through a mentality of feeling, uncomfortable, and you feel like, all right, this, I don't like how I feel uneasy, and I can speak from experience, because outside of Blooming with Azalea and my content creation life, in other aspects of my life, I've been feeling very uncomfortable. I feel like, to some degree, I don't want to say my peace feels disrupted, but I feel like I need more of it. But yeah, I've been feeling uneasy, and I know I sound like a scratch record, but that was what it is. I need change. And it's so funny, because I know what I've been praying for, and I pray, but I also let God know that I am scared of what's on the other side. And it brings me back to Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, and it says, fear not, do not be dismayed, and something about don't Don't fear, because I am with you. Listen, I am trying to get on that level when I could quote a whole Bible scripture with ease. I have not reached there yet, but I'm trying. So please forgive me. But listen, just go to the Bible verse. And I've realized that I can't be scared. Like, it's okay to be afraid of the unknown, but sometimes the unknown is the best thing for you and for someone. And just keep in mind, like, everything is a process. Don't take any shortcuts. And like they say, change is something that we all need to go through. And look at the fall season. We're finally in autumn season, like I said. And in my country, in the Bahamas, we have summer all year round. We have summer, we have spring. When it's around this time of season, it just becomes lukewarm, 1 or 2 cold fronts, and that's it. Everything kind of stays green. Everything stays green for the most part. Nothing really, some plants die, but for the most part, it looks like summer all year round. But think of it, fall is a physical change, you know what I mean? And I have related, and from I started blooming with Azalea, I had this thing where every time we went to a new season, I was able to relate it back and connect it back to the human of us, because you know, nature has fall, winter, spring, summer. And if you look at those things, there are different seasons for different things in nature. And for us in our lives, we should look at our lives like the seasons. We should look at our lives with fall. We should look at our lives as winter. We should look at our lives as spring and summer. But right now I want to focus on the fall season. Winter is up next, but that's not until December 22nd. So we're going to deal with fall. And fall is the season of choices and trying to make decisions and trying to decide. And you know, like I have said in a old blog post from maybe 2019, and this is way before I started YouTube, I had a quote that says, change is needed to grow, evolve. Change is needed to grow, evolve. And something else I said, but it's needed. It's needed. And I think that this is the time where you are selfish. This is a season to be selfish. Make up your mind whether you want to stay with the old or are you going to go with the new? Are you going to stay with knowing and being comfortable, and being cozy, and staying in that happy hour of being in the light? Or are you willing to go in that little bit of darkness where you need to take time for yourself? You need to take time to be alone. You need to take time to realize, all right, I need to get rid of this. You need to take time to realize I need to get rid of that. This is who I need to cut off. Maybe I should let go of that relationship. Maybe I should cut this person off. Maybe I should find a new job. I'm talking to myself when I said that part, but yeah. And like I said, a lot of us don't like to be alone. I don't know what it is these days with persons not wanting to be alone. To some degree I can understand, but sometimes we need to be alone. And sometimes being alone is what God wants you to do. Be alone with yourself and with Him and reflecting on His word, you know? And it's very important. I think everyone should get into that. I think it's crucial for your well-being. I've realized that sometimes it's better to be alone. I've realized that I kind of need to be more alone with my thoughts, because the more I'm alone and and I'll give y'all a joke. My mommy may get upset with me for this. Mommy, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. I love you. But like sometimes my mommy would notice we lock up in our room. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all just want to be locked up in your room. And, you know, but sometimes it's not necessarily me being locked up in my room. Sometimes the honest truth is I probably don't want to be bothered. But sometimes it's because I am really having moments where I just need to be alone, and I probably need to cry, and I probably need to find answers within myself. Like sometimes I actually even write down points, and as the thoughts come to me, I write them down. Like maybe this is something I need to change. This is something that I need to work on, you know. And even though we're now in the fall, I've been letting go of things. I've been cutting people off because I don't want to choose violence, you know. I try to tell y'all not to choose violence because we're not choosing violence. And in the fall season, we're tempted to choose violence, but it's something that we need not to do. We just need to be by ourselves. So that when we go into the winter season, The winter season is going to be strictly on meditation because everything is stagnant, everything is frozen, everything is just waiting to be released into the spring and blossom into something beautiful. So fall and bloom. Fall, but know you're going to pick back up and you're going to bloom. I like that. How did I think of that? You're gonna fall. I'm brilliant. Fall, but know that you're going to bloom back up. Meaning you're gonna fall, but you're gonna get back up eventually. So guys, make sure you guys follow me on all my social content. If you want to read more about this post, please go on to bloomingwithazalea.com. You can read all about this. I want to let you guys know now that I am going to be starting a little series on TikTok soon. I'm still trying to navigate how TikTok works in order to do it. So make sure you guys are following me on TikTok at Blooming with Azalea. I'll give you a hint of what it's called. It's going to be called Seasonal Growth. It's going to be a series, and if everything works out well, I'll be kind of like talking, as we're in each new season, I'll be talking about the different seasons and relating the different nature seasons to how we can relate them back to our personal lives. So happy autumn, happy fall. We should do a fall photo shoot. Anyway, have a great day, have an awesome day, be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Love you. Mwah.